Hi. Here I am. Another week has gone. I've just started this video without knowing what to say. I'm in a hotel in Bihać, doing some sewing because everything has holes in it. Everything has holes in it this week. It's really bad. I've ripped my bloody rucksack. Which is awful. My tent is falling to pieces and my leggings. My leggings I must be on kind of the 10th pair of the journey. This pair have lasted 2 weeks and they're falling apart, so I'm doing some emergency sewing the night before I leave tomorrow. I've written a blog this week and it's about the dreaminess of the last couple of weeks. Everything, as I said in the last video, everything is just kind of starting to be a blur of just living and walking, and autumn is just passing quite easily. Like, it's really sunny and sharp but not too cold, and I'm just in this dream of not really seeing anyone major to talk to. And I may have just had my thumb over the voice over the microphone. I hope you could hear me the whole time. Yeah, I haven't really been seeing anybody. So it's been quite a solitary few weeks of just this dream world, just walking and sleeping, and so I've tried to write about that. And on the private parts, the parts that I don't post about so much, I've struggled quite a lot. I'm surprised at how little energy I've had this week. I knew I wanted to stay in this town, so from Durvar, the last place I stayed for a day off, it was only about 60 miles to this town, so it was a bit soon to have a day off really. It was only 5 days of walking, but I thought that's okay. Walk 12 miles a day for 5 days, get to Bihać, last town in Bosnia, have a day off there. I'm quite interested in this place. And I've really struggled to do 12 miles a day for 5 days, and my energy is just not there. It's just not there. And I'm a little bit worried about that in a nutrition kind of way. I'm not sure. I think I'm not eating enough, and I think that I've kind of relied on the fact that I'm overweight to get me through kind of I've kind of used my body as a fat reserve basically, and I'm not sure that I can do that indefinitely. So I've just felt really drained. Like, my body feels fine. I can feel I've got power in my legs. I'm not tired mentally, but I just have not had energy this week. So I've been thinking about kind of maybe nutrition coaches, endurance nutrition, but I thought before I go online and possibly pay money to consult with somebody, keep a food diary. That's the first thing I need to do. So the next couple of weeks I'm going to be monitoring what I eat more closely, like recording it, and then we'll see what comes of that. And also I think I do need to eat a little bit more. I think what I need to do is basically, instead of having, I've tended to have 2 meals a day, and I think I need to make sure that I have 3 meals a day, and just be a bit more kind of on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's it really. I'm in this place which has been in the news quite a lot because of it has a migrant problem, and I feel really torn between staying here and learning more about it and making progress before autumn turns into winter. I'd really like to stay here longer, but I just don't feel like I can. I'm going to leave tomorrow and I'm going to cross into Croatia, and I'm going to leave this area behind. Maybe I'll come back one day, because I do kind of want part of the book to be contrasting the way that I'm seen as a hero and these people who are making similar journeys in desperation are turned away and discriminated against and being told that they're unwanted, and I'm being hailed as being special, and that is kind of awful, I think. And I want to talk about that. I want to include that point of view, that contrast in my documentation of the journey and the situation that you currently have in this town, in this municipality, is a whole lot of black and brown people, migrants, refugees, Afghans, Syrians and Africans who have managed to make it here. Now they're trying to get into the EU and they're stuck on pause and they're being beaten up at the border. They're living like homeless people. It's really shit. It's really awful. They're stuck here and they're living in absolute dire straits. And I am going to walk up to that border tomorrow and I'm going to wave my passport and I'm just going to get right in, and it's not fair. So I feel really, there's a lot of conflict in that for me. It's not fair that that's happening. I get to benefit from it and it's kind of disgusting. And yeah, I feel bad that I'm just walking on and leaving. Walking on and leaving. But it doesn't feel right. It's not the right time. I'm worried about winter and I'm worried about getting as far as I can before winter. If I stay here a month, it's going to be snowy. I don't know. It just doesn't feel right for my journey to stay. So there's that aspect of it. Fucking the whole migrant situation is just, it's mind-boggling that this is happening on the shores of Europe, on the edges of Europe, and we can turn away from it. Because, I mean, it's like everything, isn't it? It gets in the news a little bit and then we move on from it and our attention is taken by something else. And people still suffer, they carry on suffering. Yeah, I didn't want to make a long video and now I have. I'm still working through the ways that I want to talk about this and like how I can talk about it and what I want to say, which is nothing unless it's useful, basically. I don't know. So yeah, that's where I am. Bihać is a shocking place. Shocking place. Because it's full. There are loads and loads of really struggling people stranded here. And that's hard to experience. And it's a 9-minute video and I need to stop it. Is there any conclusion? No, not really.